Hi everyone, I'm Naili and now we will talking about valvular lesions in chronic rheumatic carditis. The chronic stage of rheumatic heart disease is characterized by permanent deformity of one or more valves, especially the mitral valve and the aortic valve. The three cardinal anatomic changes of the mitral valve in chronic rheumatic heart disease are leaflet thickening, commissural fusion and shortening, thickening and fusion of the tendinous cords. The mitral stenosis with diffuse fibrous thickening and distortion of the valve leaflets and commissural fusion will be explained more in the next slide. For the thickening of the chordae tendineae, we can also note the neovascularization of the anterior mitral leaflet as shown by the arrow. Fish-mouth stenosis is created by the calcification and fibrous bridging across the valvular commissures. Mitral stenosis and regurgitation are commonly combined in chronic rheumatic heart disease, and calcific aortic stenosis may also be found. With tight mitral stenosis, the left atrium progressively dilates and may harbor mirror thrombi that can embolize. Long-standing congestive change in the lungs may induce pulmonary vascular and parenchymal change that can lead to right ventricular hypertrophy, and this is largely unaffected by isolated pure mitral stenosis. This is another gross appearance of rheumatic valvulitis. Black arrow indicate the open up chambers and valve of the left heart show irregularly scarred mitral valve, leaving a fish mouth between its two curves. The white arrow indicate the free surface and margin of the mitral valve shows by the tiny firm granular vegetation. In the healed chronic stage, the vegetation have undergone organization. It shows diffuse thickening as a result of fibrous tissue with hyalinization and often calcification. The vascularization of the valve curves may be evident in the form of thick-walled blood vessel with narrowed lumina. The inflammatory change begins in the region of the valve rings, where the leaflets are attached to the fibrous annulus and extends throughout the entire leaflets, whereas vegetations are usually located on the free margins of the leaflets and curves. The important concept that we must keep in mind is that typical Escroft bodies are rarely seen in the valve at this chronic stage because of the long intervals between the initial insult and the development of the chronic deformity. And that's all for the rheumatic heart disease.